Good afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon. I know most of you expect to see these videos first thing in the morning. We are a little behind the ball just because we've been so busy. That's a good thing, not something that you're allowed to complain about, so we won't. But again, good afternoon. I'm Adam Smith with the Colorado Real Estate Finance Crew, and I'm here with your weekly zero-cost marketing and contact management tip. I'm going to go ahead and forego our usual chatter about how you can get more information on classes and who this data is valuable to, etc. If you want that, you can go back and watch any of the past videos. However, I do want to touch briefly on last week's video. We had Tanya Starkle in with Gifts with an Edge. She sells closing gifts from Cutco, and we had a great time with her, and we had a lot of traction from that video. Thank you to all of you who watched and made comments and so on and so forth. But I want to make it clear that if you have something for the benefit of the real estate community, a product, a service, ideas, etc., then please feel free to reach out. And we'll have you join us in-house and be in one of our videos, and then we can help promote you through this channel for something that's for the greater good of the real estate community. So keep that in mind. Now I want to jump right into this week's tip, and I really want to make it clear first off that this week's tip is going to be a little off-key. It's not our usual what to do with your contact database, how to do prospecting, things that would normally circumnavigate our general MO of how to build a repeat and referral business without spending any money. And I want to talk to you more from a transactional perspective. And there's an issue going on right now because the real estate market is heating up all over the country, certainly here in Denver, some other markets that are as insane as what's going on here. And I want to make sure you guys have a handle and understanding on what that means from a timeline perspective. Back in October, we all learned about TRID. We knew that that was going to add time at both the beginning and end of a mortgage process. Again, I'm talking about mortgage processes. If you're dealing with cash buyers, you shouldn't have any impact on any of these types of things that I want to talk about. But that was a big one. And as time has progressed and the volume has increased, one of the biggest issues that we're seeing right now is with that appraisal process. You guys won't be able to see this real well, but if you want the information, just ask me for it and I'll send it to you. But this is Fannie Mae's report on what appraisal turn times are averaging right now state by state. Here in Colorado, it's gone to almost 17 days. That's on average to get an appraisal turned around. That is a really long time considering something that had taken less than a week in the past. So the appraisal process is a result of an increase in volume and the fact that there just are not more appraisers in the market. Now this also translates to lenders, underwriters, closers, funders, your title companies, that too. So when the volume goes up, you and I, we work more. And I see you guys working at 11 o'clock at midnight on weekends and wee hours of the morning, as do we, but that's not the case for these people working at these large companies. They work their 9 to 5, maybe they're able to increase their workload, their productivity to some degree, but certainly not to a point where they can keep pace with what you and I are seeing as far as an increase in volume. So bear in mind that while you guys work harder, these guys work their 40-hour week. I remember my first part-time job too. And they do their workload and then they go home. They don't have the investment, the commitment, the requirement to simply work more, sleep less, eat less, bathe less. Hopefully you're not taking that one. And we do. We have that inherent requirement. That's our job, is to take care of the individuals. And these people at these big companies just don't do it differently. And they can't double their workforce despite the fact that your volume has doubled, that the real estate volume has doubled. So this week's tip, really be cognizant of all of those people when you're putting timelines together for your clients, for your buyers, your borrowers, This applies to you loan originators as well. Make sure you guys are in good communication, that you're talking about dates and timelines, so on and so forth, so that you can avoid that kind of thing where those bottlenecks are going to occur with appraisers, lenders, title companies, etc. Okay, so that is this week's tip. Let's talk about this week's drawing. First, last week's winner, Mike Nelson. Mike is a colleague of mine in Knoxville, Tennessee. If you're in that area and you need a mortgage, reach out to him. He is a fantastic guy, I know, just because of the circle we run in. And if you want to be this week's winner, then find a way to reach out about this video. Make some comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, retweet, share. Reply to the email if that's how you're getting these videos, is through that subscription. Whatever it is, the next one of you to make some kind of comments in any manner that you see fit regarding this video will win this week's prize. So remember this week's tip, timelines. Just because your volume has increased, my volume has increased, those of us that deal direct with the consumer are experiencing that, does not mean that there isn't going to be a bottleneck when it comes to these other organizations that we have to involve in the course of getting our transactions done and making our clients happy. Got to manage those expectations. Remember, be the next person to comment in some manner to win this week's prize. Sorry for the delay in getting the video out to you guys. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.